What is up, fight fans? This is Peter at Pete Torres, Twitter, Instagram, talking today about Northwest Fight Challenge's upcoming event, April 28th at Clover Park Technical College. What a better way to discuss this event than to bring on the main event champion, welterweight champion of Northwest Fight Challenge, Mike Holt. Mike, thank you for coming on today, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Oh, and that's a Street Fighter Mike.
Yeah.
Can't forget that. So, yeah, man. So we're talking about this big rematch you have with Eric Godfrey. A lot of people said it was a Fight of the Year candidate. What, in your words, what did you think of that first match with you and Eric Godfrey?
I thought it was great. I thought we both got in there, and it went back and forth, and like both of us gave everything it had. I think that I got a good punch in, and it kind of dazed him a little bit, and that ended up setting the pace to go my way for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, man, and you definitely got the best of it in that fight. It was a lot of, I mean, so I got to check out the fight. I hadn't seen it before, but Brian Johnson hooked me up with the DVD, and it was definitely just a lot of momentum swings. You definitely did get the best of it. Was there any point in that fight where you felt like you were close to being finished?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Right on.
No.
Yeah. I mean, there was a part where you were kind of there was like a rear naked choke, but you couldn't exactly see how tight it was, that sort of thing.
Yeah. No, and I did have a big mark, but if you watch any of my other fights, I'm really good at getting choked.
Ah, there you go.
It happens every time.
Nice. Okay. Well, cool, man. So, you're training at Brian Johnson's academy, and who is holding the fights. How's the training camp going so far for this?
Training camp's going good. Couple hours a day. Been lots of running. My team is great. They push and push and push. But yeah, always learning something and trying to get a little bit more technical.
Ah, cool,
Brian
man.
likes me to take a little bit more of the street out of it. So.
Oh, there you go. Is that kind of? Do you have a street fight background? Is that why they call you Street Fighter, or you just like the video game? What's the?
No, it was growing up and street fighting. Yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you find Brian? Is this your first? Is Brian Johnson been your only fight camp, or have you gone place to place? You go from street fighting to this?
I've gone to a couple different places. But Brian's been my longest, and definitely learned a lot and taken me to the next level, for sure.
Definitely. What's so just to get some background. So you started street fighting. I'm sure that was had a rough background. Was there something, just a kind of rough background that made you street fight?
No, I just have always liked fighting.
You chose it.
I mean, it's just like two people, and at any second it could be anybody's fight. Doesn't mean that you're better or worse or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just two guys out there and just throwing hands. Ever since I was a kid, so I got kicked out of a lot of schools, but yeah.
No, right on, man. And so going from street fighting, how'd you find MMA? Like, were you just did somebody offer it? Say you should actually take it to the gym? You should.
So actually, one of my friends here in Olympia owns Spend Teas, and he was sponsoring like a smoker through Big Will, the smoker events. And we were hanging out one night, and I said I'd love to fight and hear a bell and know that I won't get in trouble. And he said that he could probably hook that up. So I went to the gym, and I trained an hour a night, Monday through Thursday, took Friday off, and I fought in the smoker Friday, and I've loved it ever since. I fought for about a year, broke my arm in a fight actually at Northwest Fight Challenge in the first round. It's the only fight that I've been in that went to decision. I still won, and then I took a year off and been going since.
How'd you do in that smoker, your first smoker?
I actually did all right. Well, that one went the distance too, I guess. It went all, but I blocked a lot of punches with my face.
Yeah.
I had some good bruises. But it was a kickboxing match, so had that little glove rash all over my head.
Okay. Well, cool,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, like I said, this is epic fight. I mean, I really wish everybody could see it. I'll hopefully do a video highlight of this. What's changing for you in this fight? Like training wise or mental wise, as opposed to the last fight with Godfrey?
I think mentally, it's more of a mental thing, just not get in my head like I've already won, so I could do it again. I just trying to stay as far away from that as possible and just train like it's any other fight going in there, because like I said, I know that it can change, and I know, so I just train like I do every other fight. I'm not really one that, like a lot of times, Brian tells me who I'm fighting and stuff, and I try, honestly, not like as a disrespectful thing or anything like that, but I try not even to remember their name, because I know, like, a lot of people watch videos and on other guys and study them and say that they're going to fight their fight, but I feel like I know what my strengths are and I know what my weaknesses are, and as long as I sharpen up my weakness and keep working on my strengths, then I'll be able to do me. So that's kind of where I work there. But listen to Brian, my team, they know what I need to work on. So
Oh, cool, man. So like, do you have any opinion on watching fights? Do you feel like it kind of can detriment people, or what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it depends on the person. With me, I did it a couple times, and especially with wrestling, I've been working on my wrestling. Obviously, everybody knows that wrestling isn't my strong point. I like to throw my hands. And, like, I found myself getting in my head, especially if I was going against a wrestler, like, oh, I can't go to the ground, or I can't do this, and I can't, and psyching myself out. And then I guess it just kind of is like a deal with me, like street fighting. Like, I didn't go into a street fight thinking, oh, like, what can this guy do? I just went in knowing I can win if I do this. So it's kind of what I try focusing on now, trying to, not thinking about him as much and just what I need to do for me.
Gotcha. Do you have a street fight record?
A street fight record?
Yeah, I mean, did you kind of ever like keep track? Was it ever anything like that, or was it just? Yeah.
No, not really. Not
Okay.
really a record, but I mean, I've literally been in hundreds of street fights.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'm always just curious about that side. It's just something that's like not as talked about, and I find it interesting when people have that sort of background. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, it's all good. But like, was it set up? Was things set up, or was it just like night after?
Oh,
the bar?
no, not like street. No, not set up, and and then by the time, so honestly, like coming through, whatever, I was emancipated when I was 16 because of criminal things, and then I just fought all the time. I ended up in 5 different high schools by the middle of my sophomore year. And, like, I just fought. It's the way I dealt with things, and I've done time for it. And so now this is kind of like the last chance deal, so I get to do basically what I love. I call it the sanctioned violence, and I love it. So, yeah.
Nah, cool, man. Nah, definitely had to scratch that and see what's up with that. But so is there anything new in your life you think that gives you extra motivation to win this rematch?
New? I mean, I don't know about anything new.
Just same old, same.
Definitely.
What do you think about where you've come from and all that sort of ish?
Yeah. Yep. I just doing what I love, and there's a bunch of people that are going to come out and basically come watch us and give us that opportunity, and I think that's incredible. That we can get in a cage and frickin' fight, I love it.
Yeah, show it for the fans who appreciate it, man. No doubt.
Yep.
And so yeah, like what does this win if you get the win on April 28th? What does it mean for you going forward? Is there, because obviously you got a belt. If you keep that belt, is it like how much towards going pro do you think that makes you?
It will be, if I win this fight, I'll go pro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, nice, man. So yeah, man. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, man. I'm always looking to support local MMA. That's what we do at MMA Madhouse.
Yeah.
Any shout outs you want? Any sponsors? Show some love. What's up?
Yeah, Osbach Dirtworks, and like Spentees. I was saying Ryan Damaris, Spentees, Mike Osbach, Osbach Dirtworks, and Fusion Graphics, Tyson, and Dan. Like they're not only my sponsors, but they're like they're good friends of mine, and my whole team at Academy of Brian Johnson himself, all my coaches, JJ Martin, like I love them. Like my family, everybody that supports me, everybody that comes out to watch, love it. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Oh, hey, and you know what? Before we leave, just like pretty much all day, I've been kind of plagued with like UFC news and stuff like that. Who do you got in this fight? Max Holloway and Khabib.
I'm gonna go with Holloway.
Holloway, okay. What's what method? What's what do you think? Decision, stoppage?
I just man, that one I'm not sure.
Right. You're not wrong, yeah. No,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, calling all that, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And any pick for Rose and Joanna?
Oh man, I don't know. I started out really not liking Joanna, but I kind of like her little attitude. So
yeah,
but Rose is super humble too, so she surprised me. I like them both, but I'd really like to see Joanna.
there you go. Yeah, and that was the same for me, where I'm just like, man, I have no clue. It really is a flip of the coin
Right?
with that one, man. It's tough to call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. No doubt. Yeah. Well, interesting fights this week. Interesting fights April 28th. Definitely come
Yes,
out,
sir.
support local. Thank you so much for taking the time. And again, Northwest Fight Challenge, Mike Holt, the welterweight champion. Thanks again for taking the time. And yeah, man, look forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good day, brother.
All right. You too.
Bye.